Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah.
March 10th, 2020. Tuesday.
Do I know this song? This sounds like a familiar song.
Probably not. This is Himiko Kikuchi's Calling Waves.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You got it. You got it. Hey, everybody.
I was thinking it was like some sub-theme from Rocky or whatever.
The rhythm actually did sound kind of familiar, though.
Right?
So this from 1982, so maybe.
Cleaned it up from a week ago. Look at this. How was Chord Killers last night?
It was good. We you might want to listen to that episode. It was a good episode, but it was one where we kept stopping and saying, Brian really would have loved to talk about this.
Yes. No.
Did you see you saw the doc yesterday?
So much so that I showed up and then was turned around and was like, "What are you doing here, buddy?
Yeah.
Head on home."
Well,
Hit
and I
the
thought
bench.
when you walked in, I thought, well, if he made it in here, then maybe he's all right. But then you started talking. I was like, no, you shouldn't.
Okay,
You
good.
should've.
I'm glad you did that. Hold on, let me clean up.
Sure. Hello, everybody. It's Chord Killers, chordkillers.com, and weirdthings.com also, full day. Podcasting still got done thanks to all of our supporters. It's also March 10th. It's Mario Day.
Mario.
Yeah. M-A-R-I-O.
March 10th. 310.
Well, M-A-R.
Oh, Mario. Got it.
E-O.
M-A-R-I-O. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm there.
Yeah, it works.
I'm there.
It works.
All right.
Are you feeling better?
I didn't say I was running 100%. I said I'm here. How did you guys discuss the spoiler in time discussion?
Well, that's right. We mentioned it briefly on the Chord Killers program, and we actually spent like a half hour doing after talk yesterday, coming up with a couple of different ideas. I think the idea I ended up settling on, but of course this is not a decision. I think the idea that I had is like, or that Tom and I kind of landed around or ended up talking about was like, what if Spoiler in Time only has X amount of slots for shows to talk about, that we talk about spoilery, and then anything else we want to talk about, we talk about it unspoilery in after talk. So shrink spoilering time from being an hour long, which it has been when it's very long.
Yeah.
To keep it to 20 or 30 minutes, and then after talk can be that conversational stuff that kind of people like. But we're just testing on ideas. I don't know. We had a lot of ideas. Our only patrons for Chord Killers, patreon.com/chordkillers, got to hear that conversation. But chordkillers@gmail.com if you have thoughts about it. If you're one of our chord killing thoughts, please send us your thoughts.
Sorry, I'd be faster on the uptake, except for my computer has a frowny face.
Uh-oh.
It is.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Do you know if Bonnie's going to join us today?
I am going to guess not.
We got Meryl Barr on the show tonight.
Yeah.
Had a good time. We got a new game. Sometimes the games are pretty quick to edit in and put together. This one took me a couple hours, but we got a whole thing. It's gonna be. I don't know. I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling some kind of way about it.
Good. Yeah, man. Been in quarantine. I'm glad to hear that you felt like it was a binary yes/no of like no, go home. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like why are you even wearing a uniform? And I'm like, because I'm here, coach. And you're like, that's hilarious. Now go to bed. That's definitely what yesterday was.
Yeah. Interesting. New tweet from @DevolverDigital saying, quote, cancel your E3 flights and hotels, y'all.
Holy shit.
We're expecting it. We spent weirdthings.com yesterday was about 75% talking a bit about the coronavirus and how it's affecting people at home and globally, and all these big events being canceled. Talking about potentially what about the Olympics? What about E3? Talking about South by Southwest. Have you been following the South by Southwest stuff? Obviously,
sure have.
Canceled.
I sure have. No, there's no shortage of stuff to talk about. Not the least of which get ready for me to pimp. Congratulations, we are now hosting the biggest music and live comedy event in all of Austin. Thank you. I mean, we didn't think we would hit number one so fast. Overnight.
Yeah, no, it'll be a good time, and we don't have to worry about that 2,500 people threshold that the city asked people to do.
Yeah, and also it's a private event. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it's a gathering.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
But as you know, our what I was telling Justin, and maybe I'm tipping a bit too early, but it's like we should come up with our own ritual where it's like a dance at a jig dance where we tap feet together and then tap feet and then up and down and left and right and knee and elbow and
a non-shaking secret handshake.
Yeah, exactly. So that it will not be possible to transmit a disease.
That'd be fun. That's a cute idea. Let's see what else is going on today. I think there's more voting going on today. There's more primary voting going on today. Not least of which will happen on this show. So please stay tuned where we will live on the show calculate what America and the world, frankly, has to say in this upcoming game. I'm Brian. I'm fucking excited for this.
I could tell from the tweets. I was like, how can I put this? I was like, Bryce normally does not effervesce quite to the level that I've seen in these tweets. Yeah. Like whatever he's got, it's something special. And plus also, like we've joked before. God damn it, the convention. we joked before about what a beautiful and wonderful flower Merrill Barr is. Mm-hmm. So forgive me for saying, like, his expertise definitely belongs on Cord Killers, but his willingness to go there belongs on Night Attack. Yeah, and so this is his first Night Attack appearance, right?
That's right.
Okay,
in
good.
Fact, he's a very good guest. He emailed me when we were setting this, or I think he emailed me last week. He was like, "Oh, I wrote a game, which was a new take or a new round of that what was it, Pluto TV thing that we did with the fake channels. Is it a real
that's right yeah.
But I told him, like, well, you wrote it, so you can't play it, so we're gonna give you a game where you can play along because you're on the show. But he's very sweet to put that together.
Ugh.
Also, when that was a good game, but also very easy. I remember us playing that and going like, they got all of these right.
Hear that, Mikey quiz? Get ready.
Yeah, we do need to get in touch with Mikey, see what he's up to. Let's see. What else is going on?
Where are we at on? I got a few tweets. I don't want to tip anything, but there's some local news that a bunch of people are like, "Oh my God, can't wait to hear about." Talking about the local news on Night Attack.
The people in the chat have already brought it up and would love to talk about it. I don't know how much.
We'll see how much there is there. You know,
kind of gossipy.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? I'm gonna pull this up. This is kind of neat. I saw this go up today at the Apple Hermitage film.
Go on.
They put out this trailer today of it. It is a 5.5-hour film filmed in the Russian Hermitage Museum. Shot in a single take on a single charge of an iPhone Pro 11.
What's funny is, pause real quick.
Yeah.
This is me seriously hoping that is only quote unquote true and not actually true. Because if it's actually true, that is an indication of the quality I can expect. Because there's no way that for 5.5 hours, everybody, every single player, every single character, the director, everybody involved is going to be able to nail this for 5.5 hours straight.
It's real. So we're watching the trailer now, but it's on YouTube. I expect it's on YouTube because they didn't want to put it on the Apple servers to serve up 5 hours of video. But I mean, it's gorgeous. You get to see the art in a lot of interesting detail, as well as they have like these dance performances with dancers in the galleries, and I think there's music involved too. But it's a pretty cool idea. You can definitely tell where there are moments where like, because obviously it's handheld, or it's manually. It's not like robot controlled, and you can tell moments where it's like, the stabilization didn't click in, and it's 5.5 hours long, and so no one could have like said, "Hey, to fix that thing." But it's pretty nice. There's a lot of music for it, and I don't know. I think it's kind of neat.
I'm still deaf in one ear.
Still?
Yeah.
Are you define deaf, because and also maybe set this up for people if they missed it.
Well, okay. Spoiler alert: we did a Modern Rogue shoot on Sunday, and this is also probably not a surprise. It involved a thing that can go explodey and make a sound. Also not a surprise. It was known that it could be loud. It was not, whatever. Point is, my right ear is maybe 80% of my left ear, and I expected it to last a day, maybe 2 days. But here we are, more than 2 days, and like there are things I can hear. Like if I tap my fingers to the left, like this, I can hear them actually going pop, 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 pop to the left, and I cannot hear them to the right.
Interesting.
So,
it's interesting because it was a loud percussive sound.
It was.
And I think maybe the severity, even though it was very short, I think the severity of it is probably what's affecting your
Would you
recovery
say
time.
it's louder or quieter than a gun going off?
So I would probably say it is quieter, but I don't think you had buds in.
Correct. And obviously,
and you were very close
I
to
was
it.
right there.
You were only a
happened.
few feet away from it.
Right. So, and then of course, if you go to the internet and you do any amount of research, it says, you've got cancer.
Right. You've got your cancer. Sorry about it.
So it's not helpful, right? And so, it's a real bummer because on top of that, I also got sick, and I am convinced that you correctly deduced that the source of the sickness was me French kissing the edge of a public bar.
Yeah.
Turns
for
out
about
that's not
15
something
minutes.
I should be doing.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Bonnie decides that me being sick with what feels to be a fairly garden variety cold, right?
Yeah.
Is a pretty good excuse to run a total lockdown simulation. They're like, I can't think of a perfect more reason to, like, if Brian had COVID-19, what are all the decisions that we would put in place, including locking me in a cage, and then me saying, well, I feel great today, and her saying, great, 24 more hours in the hole, and then me being in the hole, and
have you had any solid foods? What was the last solid food you eat?
Solid food.
'Cause when you're sick, you want to have soup, and I know you eat a lot.
Does it count if I mixed in Fritos with chicken soup?
No.
That's still not solid.
No,
food.
I wouldn't consider that.
I did have like a Dinty Moore beef stew. How about that? Does that
Dinty
do
Moore?
anything? Yeah, Dinty Moore.
Dinty Moore? I don't know what that is. That the brand name?
Oh wow! Oh my goodness! Have you not been introduced to the glory that is DINTYMOORE beef stew?
Yeah,
it's the greatest thing on the planet, my friend.
From Hormel, of course.
If I could eat only one thing, it would be Dinty Moore beef stew.
Also, shout outs to Justin Robert Young for bringing 130 people from his politics chat. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank goodness, they're all here.
And if you like politics or beef stew, we got a very good game for you. So stick around for the show.
Politics is sort of a beef stew. You've got the GOP, which is sort of the potatoes, maybe the meat and potatoes of the Dinty Moore stew.
They get to be both?
Yeah. You've got the Democrats, which of course are the the veggies. Am I right? So weird. They're all full of vitamins and whatnot, growing in the roots. Then you got the libertarians, which are the market forces that determine the price tag. All of it comes down to one Dinty Moore beef stew. You know what? I was worried I wasn't going to have it tonight, but I'm glad. I'm there. I'm dialed in.
Yeah,
okay.
That was our first test.
The
if we can make an analogy,
we'll sell you the spoon. How about that?
I hate everyone says stew is a solid. Yeah, I think this is a solid. If it, I mean, obviously it never looks like the photos, but if it looks like that, that's solid enough. Yeah.
For the record, it shouldn't take me actually getting physically ill to cause me to justify the 5 hours of watch time that have to take place between late afternoon Sunday and Monday morning in order to do Cord Killers.
Well, it doesn't have to happen on Sunday, I think.
Well, okay, yes, but some of us had to watch 3 episodes of the new Pope, and 2 episodes of Better Call Saul.
It's because you didn't do it last time.
Yes, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Also, where you at on the new Pope?
So
By the way, next season is definitely going to be called the 2 Popes, right?
So well,
The young Pope, the new Pope.
We would have
2
talked
popes.
about last week's episode, but I forgot to watch it because even though you said it was a good episode,
Going to spoil everything.
there's a second pope.
Beautiful people, they dance. I was a bit surprised they recycled the opening thing where
Oh really? The beach one. Oh, that's
also he's definitely like very hairy all over
Yeah,
that
he's kinda
intro,
hairy guy, yeah.
and then smash cut to him like looking at himself in the mirror, definitely clean shaven all over his bod.
Huh. I wonder. Do you think that's maybe because
You could blame it on the cops, the docs, the people who, because somehow he doesn't have a scar from when they put a Muslim heart that he rejected. Remember that?
I
was a
do
whole
remember
thing.
the heart transplants, but but maybe that's it, right? So that you got to get shaved for surgery.
Yeah.
And you know how us Catholics are. Maybe the nurse was also maybe just keeping him clean.
I mean, get it complete.
keeping him a little clean, you know.
Yeah.
Bleak Streak says that show seems totally fucking stupid. Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
It totally is, but it's fucking gorgeous.
But it's
I
good,
love
yeah.
every second of it. It's so good.
But so I didn't see last week's episode, and so we couldn't talk about it on Spoiler in Time. So we'll talk about it in the finale next week.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's good. Tom said he's excited to see the season finale.
How did Tom react to you talking about Lock and Key episode 5? Because the more, we spoke very briefly on it,
Yeah.
and the more I thought about it, the more upset I got about that it existed.
I only briefly mentioned that we had talked about it, and both of us didn't like that episode. But I think he's finished binging it, and so I think he's having.
I mean, he did since like the first discussion.
Right.
Yeah.
So he didn't have much of a response, but I remember I definitely had a point today where I was thinking back on it. I was like, man, that episode really fucking sucked.
Yeah. Well,
The fifth episode of Lock and Key we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish it didn't, but you're right.
E. Clay Thompson says, have you guys considered moving Cord Killers to a different day? No, moving the shows to different days is tough to justify.
Well, especially because it like screws over the folks who show up regularly and screws over all of the hosts.
Yeah.
Also,
Or, I mean, even
to
if we
what
changed
benefit? To what benefit will we switch it to
I
another
mean,
day?
if we changed it to a different day, it would give you more time. It could potentially give you more time to watch stuff.
I mean, until all of a sudden the hot new release day is Tuesdays and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, not a permanent day change. Probably not likely to happen. Oh, we're receiving a call now.
Did you guys watch Larry Sanders?
We did. Those
Okay,
are
good.
two
So
good
I'm
episodes.
excused to do 2 more episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Which I definitely did last night.
Nice. Hey, Justin.
Yo.
There he is.
Yo.
How's it going?
What's up, fam?
Hey, man.
Dude, luckily, politics wrapped up just in time.
Oh, and by which you mean all of politics, not the show, but the actual, politicking of America wrapped up.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, you ain't whistling Dixie.
Can I predict? It's the Biden apocalypse.
Oh yeah, dude. Biden executed Order 66 a couple weeks ago, and boy, have the results been similar.
Execute COVID-19. Don't worry. Let's see if anyone can think about equal wages while they're sneezing. It's me. Oh, my other eyeball exploded. Hold on. Let me swap this out. I have also my teeth fell out. Hold on. Also, did I tell you about corn pop? Hold on.
The crawl says, the sick speak.
The 6? There can only be one. The master and oh shit. My eyeballs fell out.
Oh shit. Yeah. No, Bernie really needed Michigan, and he ain't gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
So the question going forward is going to be when, not if, in all likelihood, for the campaign of Bernard Sanders in 2020.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. But it's also like Biden's pulled ahead, but there's still more delegates.
No. We're done. This is
Oh,
It's going to be very, very,
Clip
very,
this
very-
and label it Justin crushes Bryce's dreams. Just go ahead. Just put it out there. Put it out there.
Just
That's
saying, I'm
fine.
looking at a graph.
That was the moment.
I'm looking at 2 graphs, and 4/5 of them are not filled out.
You're right. Historically, any delegate lead is hard to overcome, mostly because you have no winner-take-all primaries on the Democratic side. They're all proportional. And it's statistically very unlikely, or historically rather, very unlikely that one person like starts winning just more, especially like this would have to get to a point where Bernie was blowing Biden out for him to make up for the delegate deficit that he's in now.
Or just blowing Biden.
He could blow Biden. Biden could be so thrilled by such a gift that he would just start spilling delegates into Bernie's pockets. That's another, although less traveled path, but certainly
what's the 538 prediction on that one?
The problem is that we're about to get into some very unfavorable Bernie states that have a lot of delegates. So what we're looking at now, and we will by the end of this look at, it's going to be way worse next week when Ohio, Arizona, and Florida vote. And so far, those, as they were polled, do not look favorable to Bernie. Florida specifically wasn't going to be one that he was looking to win anyway, but now there's a chance that he might not be viable there. And if he gets no delegates, like for example in Mississippi, at least last I checked, he was below 15% there. That means he gets nothing. And that is bad.
Interesting. Well, there you go. Well, we'll have much more hard-hitting political coverage during the show as well. So stay tuned for that.
Also,
I love how the very tone in which you say that implies the truth of whether or not that is going to happen. Get ready, people.
Get ready, people.
A lot of hard-hitting commentary.
Oh, it'll be hard.
We're going to hit that.
We will be, in fact, hitting that, yes.
Also, Andrew Yang has just endorsed Joe Biden, saying on CNN, the math says Biden will be the nominee and we need to bring the party together.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is, that is interesting because he also said that he wasn't going to endorse anybody unless they took on universal basic income. And last I checked.
That also sounds like a very qualified endorsement. It's a bit like me saying, hey, man, I'm not going to endorse anyone. And then later saying, well, it looks like the moon is going to fall into the earth. Like, end of sentence.
Yeah.
We really need to unify the earth against the moon.
Yeah, I think yeah. Well, there we go. Politics, baby. Yeah. People are out here voting and shit. Joe Biden's fighting with union members, talking about how he's going to take their AR-14s.
That was one of my favorite subreddits, was trying to figure out what an AR-14 looks like, and it was everything from like just an it's an AR-13 is the real thing, is that right? AR-12, AR-10, I don't know how many ARs.
What up?
AR-16s?
No, one down.
AR-15s?
AR-15s are real.
Wow, man, I really lost the gun vote just now, didn't I?
Well, I was actually thinking of you because when you did that air gun episode, like I was joking today that like for whatever reason there are certain things on the internet where the second you speak without precision about them, the horn of the ancients gets blown on, like, oh, everybody who's into this thing needs to come and correct you immediately, and guns are one of those things where it doesn't matter how many good intentions you have, how much you're really, really just like trying to earnestly have a conversation. If you fuck up one thing about guns, boy, do the gun people, they just like, it's like there's the spidey sense, like Like,
Well,
fucking
see, the
must
thing
go to
about it,
internet.
Justin, is if someone comes into your house and they're hopped up on methamphetamine,
That's the thing, right? Is you don't realize that if they're hopped up on meth, that's why you need a nuclear bomb, because only them stop nukes.
You need a Civil War style cannon just in case
Yes.
meth head breaks
Yes.
down your door.
Exactly. You need to fucking have a musket and some flint. Like it's got to be ready to go at all
I should be
times.
allowed to have boiling vats of oil in front of my house at all times.
Also,
are you not allowed to do
indentured
that?
servants to pour it on them.
Well, I didn't say that one.
Sunbud says the best thing about gun nerds is how they all have the same Twitter bio. So look, because I don't want all my menchies to be filled with white dudes with goatees with Ray-Bans on, I will say nothing more about the gun lobby.
I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to change to another set of frames. I'll be...
Yeah. Shit, I guess we're gonna save the Alex Jones thing for. Are we gonna save that for the first act?
I'm not entirely. Certainly that'll be our kickoff. I don't know how much juice there is in that tank, and maybe it sounds to me like you've got more than I've got in there.
Well, no, I mean now I found out. I found out where he got drunk on sake. At least that was finally added along with the details from the arrest report.
Yeah, it was a sushi place.
Fuck it, let's just do it now. I mean, because there's.
I don't want to take away what.
Oh, I don't know. No. If you're not feeling it, like I was hoping that this would be a
back
and forth
here's
thing.
what
So
here's what I'm afraid of. Like real talk, bro to bro. I'm afraid that once the show turns up the contrast, I'll be forced into being public defendant of Alex Jones, which I'm a little worried about.
I really just want local talk. I want to know what you think of Izumi Japanese Sushi and Grill.
Wait, hold on. What's the name of the place?
Izumi Japanese Sushi and Grill.
ZUMI?
Is that the place on Congress?
ZUMI.
Izumi. IZU.
Oh, yeah.
Where is that? Let's
701 South Capitol of Texas Highway.
Let's take a look. Let me.
Izumi.
Oh, this is. That's not too. That's not...
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's no Uchi. Uchi is where you want to go. If you have the coin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Oh my God, that's the Chick-fil-A that I eat at every morning.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Well, maybe don't.
Sorry, I mean, this is a little bit of details, but let me just say, if you were looking for a private academy somewhere in the area, you might find
Jesus
find a destination Brian goes to.
Why don't you also
day.
write out a list of your fears and where you sleep at night? Yeah, that's pretty close, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. Also, that Kirby Lane Cafe, fantastic migas. Yeah, you know what migas are? They're eggs with Fritos in them. Why don't they call them eggs plus Fritos? Frito legs.
Well, Frito legs
Isn't that Spanish for Frito legs?
Yeah, pretty much. Oof. Good migas.
So yeah, apparently. And this is what I was doing on my stream I was just reading 1-star Yelp reviews of Izumi and Alex Jones's voice. So we can start with this. Food is not bad, not good either. Sashimi is okay somehow. The wasabi is very weak. They must be using the cheapest wasabi, folks. I ordered the calamari, turned out to be fried like an onion ring. Okay, when you see this on a sushi bar appetizer menu, along with other tempura, you'd probably expect that there is not another tempura. I guess that fried calamari may have been clearer. Hot tea is not free, which is okay, but not normal at sushi and Korean fusion places. They overcharged for the sashimi on the bill, and after I pointed it out, they said it's because the menu's not updated. They deducted the Delta part, though. Overall, pretty bad experience. 1 star, Brian W. from San Diego, California. Also, there was an internet radio host that got into a loud screaming match with his wife.
Wait, so this is where everything began, and then he hopped on the road because what the version I read was that he went from one property that he owned to another property that he owned, and didn't want to be around his wife.
So what happened? They got into a fight at the sushi place.
Yeah.
According to this is, I think, largely it's based on both of their testimonials.
Also, there's a Finley's barbershop right next to there that like 3 times out of 4, I just show up asking. I don't know why I do this. I show up at that spot asking if they have any walk-ins available, and they say no, and I'm like, bye, and then I leave. And it's like, why did I do that? I mean, don't I intend to get either a beard trim or a haircut? Like, shouldn't I schedule this? And I'm like, I'll get to it. Then the following day, I'm like, do you have any walk-ins available? And they're like, no, still no. Very rarely. No, we're very popular. You'll notice our Yelp reviews.
And so you just never make an appointment. You're always, because you have lists. I mean, you have line. Any list is just a line for accountants.
It's just a line I have to think about. And if there's one thing that I like less than being in a line, it's about thinking about being in a line.
So apparently they get into a fight at Izumi. Alex Jones walks home. So I guess they live close to Izumi. He decides to walk home because the fight has gotten so bad. They're then at the house. They get into another fight. She calls the cops, and he is on his way out of the neighborhood as the cops are showing up. That's where they stop him. So technically him going 45 over a 40 was really like only because they were looking for him anyway, and that was like the pretext to the stop.
Okay, but then do we get to the part where he blew twice under the limit and then somehow got a DWI?
So he, according to,
I thought it was over 0.07 both times.
That's correct. Luckily, the limit is 0.08.
0.08.
So twice he blew under the limit.
Close. Yeah, it was 0.078. They got him for he smelt like liquor, his pupils were dilated, and he couldn't do the field sobriety test. And so according to them, he was acting fucked up. But
now, let me get this straight. There's somebody you're saying that was on their own sovereign land, had a domestic dispute with another party, perfectly their own business, their own private business. Certainly not the business of any kind of government. This person, using his free ability to move from one sovereign territory that he owned to another, moved beneath the legal limit of alcohol and was stopped with extreme prejudice by authoritarian people who claimed that they had a monopoly on violence on this sovereign individual. This sovereign individual, against his ability and against the advice of counsel, blew beneath the appropriate amount twice. Not once, people, twice. Now's a good time for me to remind you of how vital this individual was. You may wonder where this vitality came from. Let me explain to you, people. This person's so vital. It's because the frogs make them say, hey, Ground Up Frogs. It's our new sponsor, Ground Up Frogs. No. So, I don't know. I don't know.
You really wanted I'm glad we did this in the pre-show. You really just want to go to bed.
Well, because I mean, dude blew below the limit.
My sense in reading the thing was this was more about the police responding to the domestic dispute than it was about a traffic stop.
Yeah, I suspect that is correct. I suspect that's 100% correct.
That's at least the sense of how. Now, I've read cops reports before. They are sometimes intentionally vague.
Coy.
Sometimes they want to lead you down at least to justify their to justify their method of why things went down the way they went down. I assume that they're probably doing that more so understanding that they're arresting a celebrity where a lot of people are going to read the reports. But he was described in at least the Austin American Statesman article that was quoting the arrest report as being carefree and very talkative.
I'm
uh,
I am surprised that he even decided. He must have been fairly confident that he was in an okay place if he decided to blow. Like because for somebody whose character and reputation is sort of best, yeah, like he could have refused, and
Yeah.
it would have damaged his character as he projects it in no way, right? He could have stood behind like oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm a firm believer that nobody should be coerced against their own will into anything. And they wanted me to. I understand. Look, I understand you got to get at your arrests. I understand that you have a certain demographic that you're looking to take down, including white males. And I choose not to be a part of that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Say it's you know how else.
Furthermore, if roaches crawling on the wall next to your table while you eat is your idea of a good sushi place, then this is the place for you. If not, try something else.
You know who else was white males? The founders of America. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't see you pulling them over. Why? Because they're already dead. Congratulations. You got your wish. Way to go, gentlemen.
Meanwhile, I came here on a day trip to the area. We were craving sushi, but wanted to enjoy the nice afternoon. Walked in, was not greeted by anyone except a worker taking something outside that he did not even acknowledge us. We wanted to sit outside anyway, so we followed him out and asked him if we could sit at the table he was cleaning. He refused to seat us outside with no explanation. It was a sunny 68-degree day. We left and will not be returning.
You know what, other Alex Jones? I'm really glad you brought that up, because a lot of people think that there's a racial overtone to this program. I assure you there's not, because how else could we appreciate the sweet, sweet meat of a raw fish if we were not accepting of other cultures? Other people, they'd be freaked out, but not us.
Night Attack says that the point away was sourced from InfoWars. He showed the thing on screen. So trust and believe whether or not he fabricated the arrest report. But the Austin American Statesman did also corroborate that he blew under
Twice.
0.08.
Twice, like 0.075 and then 0.79. It smells.
Weird.
To,
I just don't
it
see
smells
that
to
in
me
this
like
article.
the domestic situation is the bigger deal, but that there wasn't enough to make that the headline either internally or externally.
Well, he initially broke it. He broke the story on InfoWars. Like, so he got out there. He got out there early on it, where he, by the way, said that it was because he was in the hot tub too long. That's why he was glassy-eyed.
No, I'm glad you brought that up, other Alex Jones. A lot of people, they'll use chemicals. These chemicals can infect your brains. Fluoride, chloride, moride, mod. These are all terrible chemicals. That's why we only use pure grain alcohol. Purity of essence. That's the thing I saw in a movie called Dr. Strangelove. Now, I know you never heard of it. It's a documentary about how we almost died, went to war with Russia. Luckily, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, shit. I think I know why they popped him.
Go ahead.
Let's say he is under the limit, right?
Yep.
One of the things that has been mentioned in some of the articles was that, like, ex-employees...
all the things that they can't test for.
No.
Oh.
That he has a habit of riding around with an open container of, like, he'll put vodka in a McDonald's cup or whatever, and he'll just, like, constantly have a little sidecar with him, and he'll, like, sip on that.
That's
So
illegal?
Hold on. Whoa.
not.
According to
Wait, what? That's not
according to what sources?
There was an ex-employee that was saying that it was one of the tell-alls of, like, what it was like to work with Alex Jones. And one of the things that he mentioned, and it got repeated again in all these articles today, was that he likes to have a little sidecar of, like, you know, he'll pour a little booze out in a cup, and that'll be that. And
Which,
you know,
by the way, separate side jag, I believe is still 100% legal to do while you're operating a boat, but not a motor vehicle. Like, I believe still in Texas, there are so many things that you can do in a boat that you cannot do in a car, which are, like, demonstrably more dangerous.
I think somebody told me that Missouri also has ridiculous DUI laws. Like you can you can have an open container as long as like when the cop shows up, you just hand it to your friend and say, "Oh, this was his." Like there's ridiculous. I guess because Anheuser-Busch, somebody else could look this up of just ridiculous DUI laws. But so let's say, all right,
Also, like front seat, back seat shit, where it's like it used to be just the driver, then the passenger, and then it's like no, people in the back street can become a boy.
Yeah. So yeah, Missouri, you can have an open container as long as you're under 0.08. So you can have a roadie.
You can be drinking, just can't be drunk. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so let's say the cops, it's whatever this domestic thing is. They mention in the arrest report that he smells like booze and the car smells like booze, right? So
well, you smell like lies. You don't see me arresting you. I arrest you in the name of the truth. How you like that? Does it feel good? We both arrest each other. Take us both in, boys. Go ahead, handcuff us together. Also hand us a mystery that has to be solved in 24 hours. Is there a cliff we could jump off of together, please?
So let's say that then the cops are like, well, we don't want to, like, these are friendly cops. Let's say that this is something that they know who he is, and it's like, all right, it's going to be easier if we pop you for, like, whatever, like, you blew under, right? But that's an open container. We could get you for the open container, or we could put you in for blowing under this limit and failing the field sobriety test. One's an open and shut case. Cops found open container in a car, right?
Right.
The other something that you can probably, legal shit. It's going to be embarrassing. We got to take you in, but it's not the end of the world.
Right. And this is the moment that the chief walks in and is like, look, man, I don't like you. You don't like me. Fact is, we got 3 unsolved mysteries right here in your county. And we're afraid all of them are tied to your program. Somebody was listening to 4040 on the shortwave, and they listened right before committing these 3 felonies. If it were to me, I'd throw your ass in jail right now. But this guy thinks that you might be of help. So I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to handcuff you to this other cop, and the 2 of you guys are going to bring this motherfucker down.
How desperate must you be to come to me?
Don't get me wrong. Jones, you're a loose cannon. You're a loose cannon on public access. You were a loose cannon on AM radio. And you were a loose cannon on YouTube. You think I don't know what you're made of? But I know you get results. So
we're gonna take these criminals and deplatform them.
You were right. I was wrong. This should have been the whole first act. In fact, maybe the show already started. It's fine. We can decide after the fact.
No, we gotta give the good shit. We gotta give the good shit to the people that fucking they know. They love it. I love this pre-show. Sometimes you get the Alex Jones bit fucking early. Look at that. Although I did love I wanted to find the good Austin American Statesman article, so of course I had to go to r/Austin.
Yeah. By the way,
tickled pink.
That's a good, well curated community. I mean, they remind me a lot of the Diamond Club.
All I know is this: is that the headline that they put on the Alex Jones story was Alex Jones went and got himself a DWI, which I thought was just hilarious.
We have some late breaking news from our friend at Jack Allison at Jack Allison LOL, who has been written up on FoxNews.com. Pro-Sanders protester plans to press charges against MSNBC's Chris Jansen after physical altercation goes viral.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't know anything about this.
So he's in Michigan for the primary, and he filmed him the past week. One of his things has been the fact that MSNBC has been refusing to report on the thing that happened like a week and a half ago where someone flew a Nazi flag at a Bernie Sanders rally.
Oh yeah.
And so he like approached an anchor or something, and was trying to talk to them about their reporting standards or something. And then a bodyguard shows up and grabs his hand and grabs his phone, and he said puts him in a headlock and
Start to cha-cha.
yeah, they start a cha-cha and then they
Cha-cha.
samba away. So
The conversation I had with Jack when I was in Vegas was he was behind the MSNBC setup while the debates were happening, and he's just yelling shit like while their debate coverage is going on. And the producer eventually comes to him and says, "Sir, like, can you please knock it off? Like, how would you like it if I came to your job and I just started yelling?" And he was like, "Ma'am, I have a progressive podcast on Patreon. This is my job. We're both at work right now. My job is to scream in your live shot so people enjoy my work, and then they go support me on Patreon. And I'll tell you what, it might not be pretty, but goddamn it if it ain't the world we live in."
And to be clear, this is not Jack AM.
yes, it is Jack Allison.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck.
Yeah. Right, everybody. Well, it's 9 o'clock. Now's the time if people need to go get a drink to go do so.
Yeah. All right. I'll get a soda water. Go pee-pee in the potty. God damn it. We burnt all the good stuff for the show.
You will find more stuff to talk about.
No, there's nothing. We did it. We talked about all the things.
Goodness.
By the way, Bernie edging just past 15% in Mississippi, so he's gonna get something.
Yeah,
possibly. Right now he's still at 0. I don't know how that works.
Justin, how's your day going?
Good. A lot of streaming tomorrow. A lot of interviewing, and then I thought I was flying out Thursday. I guess I'm not. But Friday off to Florida, where there might be no candidates.
Right. What's happening over the week? There's a debate on Sunday, but there's no audience.
There's a debate on Sunday. Both Bernie and Biden canceled their rallies tonight. They have now said, or at least Bernie said, that all events are going to be on a case-by-case basis. So who knows what that's going to look like. And then the debate they're having on Sunday will be without an audience.
Weird stuff.
So yeah, dude, this COVID shit, man. I got such a bad feeling that they're gonna fucking cancel. They're gonna cancel this Rage Against the Machine show.
Oh right, you got tickets, right?
Got fucking tickets to goddamn Rage Against the Machine show, Bryce. And I swear to God,
I
the
mean,
last time I got tickets, the Beastie Boy broke a fucking foot, falling off a bicycle. And then Rage Against the Machine broke up before the tour could happen.
Mm-hmm.
This time it's going to be this goddamn global pandemic. And I'm just preparing. Nothing's happened yet. I'm just preparing myself.
Yeah.
I'm preparing myself for that fucking heartbreak.
Supposedly they have shared the hand washing to a song meme with one of their one of their songs. You've seen these? These are a fun little thing.
No, they're fun. I like them. That's what they shared "Killing" in the name of.
Yeah. And then the other thing was that Coachella postponed for 6 months, or is looking at postponing.
No, that's official now. They sent out the word on that. I mean, I really think South by was they were the big cover. I think a lot of people have been thinking about it, and now that is where everybody's going. What? Yeah, I don't know. Jeez. I mean, what this fucking thing, man? These COVIDs, they're fucking. There's 19 of them. When is there going to be 20? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I definitely was looking at seeing how precipitously cheaper flights have gotten very recently, and they are dramatically cheaper.
Goddamn right.
Where are you looking to go?
I don't know, maybe Vegas or something.
You should come out the week before Founders. I'll be in Vegas for TMS.
Oh, maybe. I'll have to see what that week looks like. I have to work around different shoots and stuff. So
yeah,
but if it's a little thing.
Yeah, apparently I guess E3 is canceled.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that just before you got on. Whispers are that E3, the word of E3 being canceled will come down tomorrow.
Yeah. Which that one's this is gonna be a weird year.
Yeah, hold on. Save that. I feel like that could be the whole first act.
All right.
All right.
Okay, cool. Well,
I'll read 1-star reviews for COVID-19.
all right. Justin, did you need to get a drink?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I got this loaded up here. All right, let's do a show, why don't we? Click a few more buttons here.
Feeling it.
Feeling it. Here we go.